Have you ever wondered what president you would be most like in real life? Well, that's what we're going to find out today. I'm going to be taking four quizzes that I found online in which you answer questions about yourself, and then it determines what president you are most like. I'll put the links in the description for all of those, so join me on the journey. Let's dive in. Okay, so this first one is AmericanHistoryUSA.com, and I'll put these links in the description if you want to check these out. Which president are you most similar to? Which president in U.S. history are you most similar to? Are you hot-tempered like Andrew Jackson, shrewd like Richard Nixon, intellectual like Thomas Jefferson? Answer a few questions about yourself and find out. Keep in mind, this quiz measures personality only, not political beliefs. Number one, are you easily bothered when things don't go your way? All right, so it depends on the situation. Try to keep a good attitude. Things have never gone my way in life. Sounds like a Franklin Pierce answer there. I'm probably too agreeable for my own good. So it depends on the situation. I try to keep a good attitude. I think that probably describes me best. In a work setting, are you in charge of high-level employee who makes a couple of mistakes? Or you are in charge of? What do you do? Fire them immediately. You can't have dead weight on your team. Now, yell at them until they shape up. No, I think at first nothing. Well, I wouldn't say I wouldn't do nothing. Try to understand why they're struggling. No. Give them a clear warning with steps for improvement. Yeah, I like that. Do you find it easy to make new friends? Usually, I have close friends already. It's not like I'm shy around new people. I'm happy by myself. Yeah, that probably most describes me. I'm at ease making new friends, and I have no trouble in a situation where there's a bunch of strangers. I can make friends fast and get to know people, but it's not something I go out of my way to do, right? I'm totally fine by myself. You're going to a large party where there'll be 40 to 50 people present. How do you feel? Too many people. Not too excited, but not nervous either. It is what it is. Yeah, that's kind of me. What is your relationship with alcohol? Okay. Not much of a drinker. No, that's not, I don't do some other vice. I enjoy a good drink every now and then, perhaps on the weekends. I'm not saying I never have too many, but usually I'm under control. I actually don't drink all that often. None of these really describe me, but I would say that's probably the closest one. Economically, what was life like when you were growing up? Middle class in a decent neighborhood. That kind of describes me. We weren't rich, but we appreciated what we had. Yeah, I'd say that's probably more accurate. We were kind of lower middle class. Never we're in desperate need for anything like that. All right, be honest. Are you the type of person who can work 14 to 16 hours in a row on a regular basis? No, I can barely focus on my job schoolwork for 8 hours a day. 16 hours seems like a living nightmare. Yeah, that's fair. How far would you go if it meant waking up with $1 million tomorrow morning? It's not like I need the money right now. If it was for the good of society, I would be willing to bend a few rules. I would even give most of that money away once I got it. No. I would have someone killed. No. It's not like I need the money right now. Okay. If someone makes a statement that you strongly disagree with and you are both at a social gathering, what is your natural tendency? This is an interesting question because it really depends on the nature of the statement that they disagree with. I'm kind of at heart a person who really can't stand when somebody says something that I know 100% is wrong or factually incorrect. If it's a matter of opinion, that's one thing. If it's an opinion I disagree with, I'll probably keep that to myself. If people start talking politics in a social gathering, I usually won't enter that discussion. I'll usually let that go because I don't see any point to that. But if they make a factually incorrect statement, I'll usually call them out on it. Let's see. If it's a question of opinion, I wouldn't care. But if they're stating a fact that is simply false, like claiming the moon was made out of cheese, I would correct them. That's 100% me. I'm glad they've got a choice for me on that one. How do you feel from day to day? Are you generally happy with life? Yeah, I'm a pretty content guy. I don't really get worked up or down too much from one day to the next. Very content. Yeah, that's me. What type of learning and reading are you most interested in? It's mostly history for me, but deeply into abstract philosophical questions. No, not really. Practical subjects, things that benefit me directly or professionally. Professionally for me it would be history. So yeah, that's me. All right, let's see who I am. Please don't be Wilson. Please don't be Wilson or Johnson. Please don't be Wilson or Johnson. Oh, they're making me wait. This is agonizing. I'm John Tyler. Wow. The one president not buried under an American flag. He was a Confederate congressman elect when he died in 1862. Wow. Probably not who I would have chosen for myself. Fairly reserved yet polite and charming in his social interactions. However, was only really comfortable around members of the upper class. He lacked the life experience to mingle with the common man. He was good with social niceties. Tyler was not afraid to inspire disapproval. Thus, he could often seem aloof and lack close friends. Both during and after his presidency, he was a hard worker, turning his attention to his Virginia farm later in life. Tyler was never known as a big-picture intellectual theorist. Okay, interesting. Not who I would have thought. Let's try another one. Okay, this one's TryInteract.com. What president are you? As long as, again, it's not who I fear. What do you do for fun? Right. Sports, read a book. What would be your job out of all of these? Architect, military leader, actor, lawyer, writer. Probably writer. Dream vacation, an African safari, the beach, the woods and the mountains, vacation home in the countryside, lake getaway. Probably the woods and the mountains out of all of those. That's kind of a Theodore Roosevelt-y type thing. Okay. What's your favorite presidential style accessory? Pocket square monocle. I know where this is going. I mean, I could kind of manipulate this one if I wanted to. I'm going to go glasses because I think monocle would kind of directly take me down the Theodore Roosevelt path. I don't want to manipulate it. What would you order from the White House kitchen? Mac and cheese, coffee, fish, honey roasted ham, or cherry pie? Ham. Honey roasted ham, definitely. What's your sign? Interesting. Leo. Pick your presidential pet. This one's a little more arbitrary, I guess. A dog. Yeah, it would be a dog for me. What best describes your personality? A quiet thinker, an extrovert risk taker, charismatic talker. Probably charismatic talker. As president, what global destination would you visit? Oh, that's easy. I mean, clearly that would be London. Who would be your vice president? Your best friend, your mom, your enemy, your dog, or your polar opposite? I feel like my natural inclination would be a best friend, but I feel like as president, the wiser choice would be a polar opposite. So you have somebody who's going to challenge your thoughts and your positions. But I'd probably go your best friend. I mean, that's my natural inclination in this case. Abe Lincoln. All right, I'll take that. Don't be chilling in any theaters now. Okay. I don't mind Abraham Lincoln in that case. All right, let's do one more. All right, so this one comes from Brainfall.com, and it, again, 10 questions. What angers you most in the world? Nothing in particular upsets me, really. I'm kind of low-key like that. What do you like about sports? The competition, winning, give me a chance to show off leadership skills, competition, yeah. Which of these would people regard as your biggest flaw? A little too arrogant. I can be cold when dealing with people. A little dishonest. A life too dangerously. Probably one of these first two. I think probably the people closest to me, like my wife, would say cold when dealing with people. I don't personally feel that I am, but I've been told that. It's very unintentional, but it does happen. Okay. Which of these would be a great way to spend a day off from work? Going to the library, a keg party, spending a day watching a documentary, definitely. Which of these is your favorite movie star? Oh, boy. I was never really into Marlon Brando. Clint Eastwood I like, but I'm not like really into Clint Eastwood. Jerry Lewis, meh. Sean Connery, definitely a Sean Connery fan. Henry Fonda, a little before my time, didn't see a lot of his early stuff. Anthony Hopkins I love, both as a person. I think he's a really cool, interesting guy. I'd probably say Connery out of all of those. How would you describe your sense of humor? Politically incorrect, a little racy, kind of corny. Yeah, corny. I'm a dad joke kind of guy. Just ask my kids. Would you ever perform in a talent show? Oh, yeah. Have many times. Do you like to get dressed up for a night on the town? Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I'd rather hang out in a sports bar. Yeah, definitely me. Where would you like to retire? Nice quiet town in the Midwest. Actually, I'd like to retire in England, probably the UK, like Scotland, the Highlands would be perfect. But out of those choices, quiet town in the Midwest. How would you like to spend a weekend in Vegas? Probably going to some shows. I'm not a gambler. I've been to Vegas once, and it was been there, done that. I've experienced it. Not really my thing. Okay, who am I? Get your result. Here we go. Oh, I got to take a survey first. Okay. And again, after answering a bunch of survey questions, the answer came back as Abraham Lincoln. All right, I'm liking this. You are an unusual person in good ways and bad. You stick to your beliefs no matter how unpopular they are. You have a strong sense of morality and refuse to let anyone pull you away from what you believe. All right, not the result you wanted. See other results. I guess there were only so many there. I really wanted to be Theodore Roosevelt, but that's not who I am. So, all right, so 2 out of 3 say I'm Abraham Lincoln. I like it so far. All right, we'll do one more and see what happens here. HowStuffWorks.com. Which president are you? Here we go. How are you built? Like a barrel, average build, tall and lanky, wiry. I guess I'm probably average. What is your greatest athletic achievement? Yeah, I mean, I was a distance runner in college, so I guess I can march a long way would be the one, right? How would you describe your style? Rough and ready, stylish and urbane, simple and elegant. I wouldn't describe myself as any of those, but we'll go simple. Definitely not elegant, though. What is the worst adversary you have personally confronted? The capriciousness of man. Abandonment. Ooh, okay. Having been abandoned by my mother at 8 and my fiance at 22, 21. We'll go with that. What social good is your pet cause? Freedom for all. I like that. That's going to probably lead me towards Abraham Lincoln again. How are you as a public speaker? I don't know. Good question. Never thought of myself as soaring or inspiring. We'll go lively, I guess. How would you describe the nature of your relationship with your spouse? All smiles. You believe that? Okay. Did you let yourself get out of shape? Oh yeah, definitely. Do you have any chronic health problems? I mean, none of those. I mean, I have some minor things, but nothing. Asthma probably would have gotten me Theodore Roosevelt. Addison's disease probably gets me Kennedy, right? Are you considered cool by your contemporaries? Unlikely. 1 or 2, I suppose. Maybe. How much of a hero are you? Interesting. Yeah. I'm lionized unnecessarily. I don't really like any of those choices, but we'll go with that. How did you work your way up the ladder? Stepped out of my comfort zone, I guess. Are you part of a legacy? I am the start of one. Have you ever faced xenophobia? I mean, I'm a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, so probably no. What is your greatest strength? My charm. I was once told by a close friend that I have a dangerous combination of confidence and charm. I don't see it, but I've been told that, so I'll go with it. How do you look in uniform? Probably odd. When did you peak? Well, I'm 45 right now, so I'd like to think I'm peaking right now. I'll go with that. What does your soft side look like? I'm nice to my mistresses. I'm kind of strangers. We'll go with that. How are you a good spouse? I ensure my children's legacy. We'll go with that. When did you leave? Where did you leave something to be desired in the relationship department? Probably took my work home more than I should. How beloved are you? I don't know. By some vary. I don't know. How dangerous are your enemies? Yeah, I don't know that I really have anybody that matters anyway. What do you think of culture? I would say more often than not, culture doesn't know what's important. I'll go with that. There's a lot of questions on this one. What is the greatest challenge posed to the U.S. today? Internal divisions, definitely. How popular are you? Most people love me, but I have my haters. We'll go with that. Do you have a nickname? Not really. I go by initials. VTH. We'll go with that. What is the most important domestic policy? Out of those, I would say basic human rights. What is the most important international policy? Big stick diplomacy. That's a very Theodore Roosevelt answer right there. Man, how many more are these? How optimistic are you? I'm a pretty optimistic guy. All right, looks like this might be the last one. What's the greatest thing about America? I would say it's people. All right, yes! Yes! Finally! I got the man, the myth, the legend. Actually, it's pretty cool because 3 out of 4 of these, I got one of my 2 favorite presidents, Theodore Roosevelt and Abraham Lincoln. So, all right, I'll take that. All right, that was fun. It was silly. It gave us something to talk about. I'll put the links to those various quizzes in the description below. If you have a quiz or a political compass test or anything related to these types of things you'd like me to do, use the comment section below and let me know. If it's a link, I'll have to approve it, so don't feel bad if it doesn't show up right away. And check out some of my other videos. If you like this channel and you're new to it and you think I've earned it, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.